I didn't do anything wrong. Everything's legit. I'm an American citizen.
Okay. And everybody in the vehicle is a citizen?
Guaranteed, man.
Okay. So you wouldn't mind if we just ran your IDs very quickly?
No.
And then as soon as we do, everything comes back good, then you can be on your way.
No, we mind.
Do you have warrants, or is there another reason why you mind?
No.
Right? I'm not trying to be here any longer than you guys, right? I understand. I don't like getting pulled over myself.
Do you suspect me being like undocumented or something? Because, yeah.
I'm not sure, right? You can speak perfect English and not be a citizen, right? As well as everybody in the vehicle. You could look a certain way, and I don't go that deep into it, right? I'm not trying to profile like that. So if I could get your name, your date of birth, and everybody in the vehicle as well, we could run your names, your date of birth, and you could be on your way. Unless you have a warrant or something that you're worried about, I don't know what to tell you.
I was always able to tell the future, not because I'm psychic, but because I recognize patterns and know exactly what a Hegelian dialectic is. I will teach you how to do this at the end of the video, so don't go anywhere. You will not understand if you have a closed mind. So you can leave now if you're not willing to open up and listen. The lesson is free, and the only thing you have to pay for is attention. Let's get started.
Oh, dude, there's one behind him.
Oh yeah.
Pulling us the fuck over, yo.
Yeah. For what fucking reason, dude? Every fucking time, dudes. Yeah, come on. Every fucking time.
I lost my phone.
I was here last week and they did this shit too.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, last week too?
Yeah. When I was up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what? Every time.
I'm lowering all the windows.
Yeah.
You lower this window as well?
What's up?
How's it going, Shed?
Right.
So you made a pretty quick turnaround up there at the pass?
At the pass. You mean when I was parked on top?
Sure.
No, it wasn't pretty quick. I was there for at least 15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay.
At the top?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we got out. We read the little signs.
Okay. All of you were together?
Yeah.
When you got out up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Your name, please, sir?
Jeremy.
Jeremy McBride. What's your last name?
Hey, so it's a traffic stop? Wait a minute. What did I do illegal here?
It's an immigration inspection.
Inspection?
Yes, sir.
So I don't need to give up my ID unless I've done a crime.
No, you do have to give me your ID for reasonable suspicion. Right? So I have reasonable articulable facts that you may have committed a crime. Right? If I had probable cause that you did commit a crime.
I tell you what, man. We honestly, I have all the videos. We've always been stopped up here, bro. I got every video. Yeah, to be honest, you know, and it's BS.
Okay.
I'm with my son back there, trying to have a good time with my son, take him out. All right, it's 9:32. Just to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
Like we're not bothering anyone. I'm just being straightforward in a positive way, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
it's not a maybe. Just my ID won't tell you, frankly.
No, but
it won't.
Correct.
Because I didn't commit a crime, and just because maybe something happened. I mean. There's no crime. So I didn't do anything wrong. Everything's legit. I'm an American citizen.
Okay. And everybody in the vehicle is a citizen?
Guaranteed, man.
Okay. So you wouldn't mind if we just ran your IDs very quickly?
No.
And then as soon as we do, everything comes back good, then you can be on your way.
No, we mind.
Do you have warrants, or is there another reason why you mind?
Wait a minute. Did you guys think that the government was going to stop at Mexicans? Oh, man. I told you guys this was going to happen. I lost a lot of support because some people were saying that I am all for open borders. I never said that I was going to join the Democrats or the Liberal Party, just like I never joined the Conservatives or the Republican Party. Some of these things are easy for me to spot. It's the Hegelian dialectic, and if you understand it, you know what's about to happen. The political pendulum has not even swung over to the left yet, and this is already happening.
Okay.
No, other than the fact
our
that
investigation, right? I'm not trying to harass you or be here any longer than we need to be. You know, I'm not trying to be.
But we still have our fourth thing, right?
I don't mind giving my idea. I don't think my son needs. I don't think my son needs to. You know what I mean? Right. That's just me, man.
The behavior of the vehicle and the proximity to the border, it would be a reasonable search or temporary detainment, right?
No.
You understand?
There's no proximity.
You're within a mile of the border, and you made a quick turnaround, right?
It wasn't quick. I was there for like 15 minutes. I parked.
Right, so that could be articulated as a quick turnaround. 15 minutes. That's a very. We've had a lot of traffic up there where people go up the trail there, get into vehicles, correct? Right, and then come back down the either this side or the east side.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's why we made the stop. I'm not trying to harass you or be here longer than we need to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
You got me here as long as you want, but I mean, basically, I'm not getting I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not getting my fourth name right.
Okay. Well,
I
would
don't care how
you
close
mind
we
giving
are.
me your name and date
How?
of birth would work? You don't have to give me your ID, right?
No, I mean,
On Sunny
I
side
still have
goes down?
fourth amendment right to be safe with myself. Like, I didn't commit a crime. This is not even a traffic stop. I didn't commit no crime.
Yes, it's an immigration inspection, sir.
But in an inspection, you can't just pull people over for inspections. It doesn't make any sense.
Sure, with reasonable, articulable facts that there may have been immigration crime, right? Due to the proximity of the border, the quick turnaround up there and back. Okay. Do you understand? I'm trying to be as reasonable with you as I possibly can. If you could be reason with me, I'm not trying to. I don't write tickets, right? I'm not going out of my way. I'm not asking to search your whole vehicle. I just want to make sure that everything is kosher here.
Oh yeah, we didn't pick up.
Right, but I don't know this. I don't know this, right?
If I drop my tailgate, let you guys look in there. Will you leave us alone? Because I'm sure that's what you
at
guys
this point,
are
I'm gonna need everybody's name and date of birth.
I didn't commit no crime, sir.
That's fine. You can run your name, your date of birth, and everybody in the vehicle very quickly, and we could be on our way. Right? The longer we prolong this, I don't want to be here any longer than you do. You understand?
But immigration, even at the checkpoint, it's not an ID thing.
Okay.
It's basically you guys are looking for like illegals or loads.
Correct.
Midwest Accountability is a truck driver who just happened to go through a border checkpoint, and you have 5 Mexican-American Border Patrol agents asking the white man if he's a U.S. citizen. What happened to James Freeman hanging out with News Now Houston, the convicted sicko? Remember when they used to go to the Border Patrol and stir shit up? All I hear from them now is crickets. Well, I could understand News Now Houston. He's locked up.
And if I dispelled your suspicion by showing you in the back of my truck.
You could dispel my suspicion now with your name and identification and everybody in the vehicle.
Will not tell you if there was any kind of crime committed.
You wouldn't tell me?
No, my ID wouldn't tell you.
Okay.
If there was a crime committed.
Okay. It also let me know of past immigration crimes, right? Which would further suspicion, or it would give me nothing back, which would further alleviate my suspicion. You understand?
I'm sure by just running the license plate, all that information will pop up on the bulletin board, you know?
Sure, yeah.
You know, guaranteed,
and then have to confirm, and so on and so forth. Right? I'm not trying to be here any longer than you guys, right? I understand. I don't like getting pulled over myself.
Do you suspect me of being like undocumented or something? Because, yeah.
I'm not sure, right? You can speak perfect English and not be a citizen, right? As well as everybody in the vehicle.
I don't want to see anybody's rights taken away. That's the bottom line truth. But San Joaquin, you don't have rights if you're not a citizen. Oh yeah? Do these guys here in this truck have rights? Isn't that what Border Patrol is trying to do? Get them to give up their rights?
You could look a certain way, and I don't go that deep into it, right? I'm not trying to profile like that. So if I could get your name, your date of birth, and everybody in the vehicle as well, we could run your names, your date of birth, and you could be on your way. Unless you have a warrant or something that you're worried about, I don't know what to tell you.
No, I even have a fingerprint clearance card. Like, I am... No, it's...
Folks, giving up our freedoms for the illusion of safety, at the end of the day, we deserve neither. None of us do.
Yeah, he's a kid.
You said that's your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't... I mean... An immigration checkpoint. Like, we've been stopped...
We're not at a checkpoint, sir. We're on a stop right now. I'm temporarily detaining you.
We've been stopped up here 100 times.
Due to the facts that I just explained.
You've been stopped up here 100 times on
It's
this...
because of the proximity of the border.
Yeah, but I've never even been asked for my ID. I've been asked to look in the back of the truck.
Okay.
And I've always obliged to that.
Well, everybody does things different, right?
Yeah, but my ID is not going to
I would prefer to err on the side of caution, correct?
But my ID is not going to tell you anything.
And there it is, right out of the horse's mouth. Err on the side of caution. In other words, give up your freedoms for the illusion of safety.
It really isn't. Well, I have a Fourth Amendment.
Then why do you have
if you're committing if you suspect me of committing a crime...
I gave you my reasonable, articulable suspicion and facts,
that
right?
wasn't a crime, though.
No. If I had probable cause of a crime, you'd be under arrest right now.
But you're detaining me.
I am temporarily detaining you due to the reasonable articulable facts that I just explained. Your proximity to the border, the behavior up there, the quick turnaround.
Okay.
And now you're prolonging the situation simply because you don't want me to find out your identification.
Okay, I got one question.
Yes, sir.
If I don't show you my ID, will I be arrested?
So there is a possibility that I would have to take you back to the station to confirm your identity.
So I would be arrested.
So all you have to do is give me your name and date of birth.
need a yes or a no. If I won't
That's
give you
up to
my
my
ID,
discretion, right? It's up to my discretion.
What
did you say your name was?
I said my name is Jeremy.
Jeremy, and your last name?
I'm not giving an answer.
And why would you
under
not?
a threat of arrest, I will.
Okay, I'm not threatening to arrest you.
Yeah.
Either way, even if I detained you, it would take such a long time, right? We're an hour away from the station.
Sure. But I don't understand what you suspect me of still.
Say again?
I still don't understand what you suspect me of. You still haven't said it. Parking up there is not a crime. I don't understand the crime.
No, it's not a crime, right? You're not under arrest for committing a crime as of right now, right? You're being temporarily detained due to my reasonable articulable facts that there may have been an immigration violation. You see what I'm saying? That's the authority for this stop.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something real quick?
Absolutely.
So when I ride with other law enforcement officers,
Yes, sir.
on a ride along,
Yeah.
if I'm correct, you should, Border Patrol is something serious, Homeland Security and all that with everything going on. Okay, so let's just say you ran his license plate. If I'm right, DMV, his picture should pop up, and then you should be like, well, that is the person you're talking to right now.
I can't get into all the details of it, but sure, we could check it against the identification that he gives me and against the registration. Absolutely.
Because I would think that just by running the license plate, his picture would just make it easier for you, and just like, hey, all right, the picture pops up, his name, and there,
Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. It would make it extremely easy if I just got everybody's name and date of birth, and I could just run you through the system.
No, I don't mind, but my son, I'm not gonna, entitle my son to, say, hey, at an age like this, like,
yeah. And how old is your son?
16.
16. Okay.
And there it is, folks. The minimization of the civil rights violations. It's just a minor inconvenience. In order to protect our borders, we have to inconvenience you as an American. And you guys are about to hear the man in the driver's seat say something that is completely mind-blowing.
Yes, sir. I'm extremely empathetic, right? And I think I explained enough why it is that we're doing what we're doing, and how quickly I would also like to have you on your way, right? I don't want to harass you. I'm not going out of my way to pull people over, right? You were called out because of your quick turnaround up there, and 15 minutes classifies as a quick turnaround, right? 15 minutes, somebody pulls, parks, waits, people jump in the vehicle, and they leave. Do you understand where we're coming from? Okay, so if you could just let me identify you, run you through the checks real fast, make sure everything is copacetic, right? Unless you have warrants, which, maybe you do. If they're non-extraditable warrants, if they're from another state, most of the time they don't even extradite you, right? So I don't understand the problem with allowing me to.
Amendment. I mean, I gotta stand on my rights somewhere.
Yes.
So I mean, under the threat of arrest,
is this the hill right here, sir?
Well, I'm
very empathetic to the Fourth Amendment, right?
It's so many times we've been stopped here. I mean, like, I remember we came out here one night. We got stopped twice in one night.
In one day. And
we're like, we're going to Sunnyside.
Yeah. Do you have a criminal history, sir?
No. I have a fingerprint clearance card.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. It means I've passed all the FBI background checks to get that. It's for a state license for real estate reasons.
Okay, so if I ran you through the system, you wouldn't have a...
No warrant. No
warrants, no criminal history.
I have a great job in service.
Okay, so then what is the problem with allowing me to...
Fourth Amendment, really. It's because I could see if I looked Hispanic or I spoke bad English. You
don't have to be Hispanic to be an illegal immigrant, right? You could be from Russia, you could be from Eastern Europe.
And there it is, folks. Exactly what people have been taught, what to believe. I could understand if you're Hispanic and you're getting pulled over. But me, I'm white. There's no reason why I should have to show ID. And that's where you went wrong, buddy. Don't forget that the political pendulum swings and there are European immigrants here as well. I don't wish this upon anyone walking this country. I believe the Constitution should be respected by law enforcement. Now, I know that there's other activists right now laughing, saying, ha, 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 the Constitution never really mattered. Well, if that's the case, then you're thinking just like the government does, because the government wants you to believe that as well. And now we have other activists saying that the Constitution is null and void.
Because there's cameras on top of that hill that would have seen everything.
Say again?
There's cameras on top of that tower.
Correct.
That would have seen everything.
Yes, that's...
from the moment we got there to the moment we left.
Okay.
It would have said...
They don't see everything, but they did see you go up there and turn around.
Yeah.
So that's actually who contacted me. So then I'm obliged to then do my job and due diligence and make sure everything's copacetic here.
I only will under the threat of arrest, though.
Only under threat of arrest?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will.
You won't give me your name and date of birth?
No, sir, not only under the threat of arrest. I will. Okay. If you say you're going to take me, I'll give it to you.
Say again?
If you say you're going to take me, I'll give it to you.
Okay, well, I can't threaten to arrest you when I haven't figured out whether or not, when I don't have probable cause for a crime. So I'm not going to threaten to arrest you without probable cause.
Exactly, and that's where my Fourth Amendment goes.
Against unreasonable searches and seizures. Yes, sir. I'm very well aware.
Yeah, and you just said you don't have probable cause.
I do not have
That's
probable cause. If I had probable cause, you would be under arrest. Right now I have reasonable suspicion. That's the whole reason for the stop. Reasonable suspicion. Now you can alleviate my suspicions very easily. We could have been on our way 10 minutes ago. And everything would have been copacetic, right?
And alleviating
the more that you want to conceal your identity, right, the higher the suspicion gets. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to harass you any longer than I have to.
You guys would be, I would think you guys would be wanting to look in my truck. Because if you think I went up there for like people or, you know, bales of something, like you would want to look in the truck. That, and I've always been,
I would much prefer.
I always let you guys look.
Yeah.
But I never want to give up my Fourth Amendment. I'd never given up my Fourth Amendment, but I always let you guys look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
You never gave me your last name, did you, sir?
No, sir.
Mr. Jeremy?
No.
Just your first name?
Just my first name.
And, yeah.
Because I still have a Fourth Amendment. I know what you guys are doing. I know you guys are looking for
at the house, to be honest with you.
No worries.
You know, most guys' wallets are in the back pocket,
right?
Just to be honest.
And I'm always like...
Would you be willing to give your name?
You know, I'm always like...
Johnny Parker.
Since I have a cover on this one. My other truck, you can see it. You know, but once people look, they always leave. I'm like...
Yeah, some agents, right, they want to be really quick with it. They want to be as fast as possible, right? I want to be a little bit, do my due diligence just a little bit more, so because I don't want anything to leave on my watch that maybe shouldn't have, and that goes on to harm other innocent people. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That's all I want to do. If I could have identified everybody in the vehicle 10 minutes ago and everything was good, nobody had any warrants, everybody would be on their way.
This is like an ID check, like stop, like we're
it is
Germany.
Yes, you're temporarily detained.
Like stop, give me your papers. You know, you didn't do anything wrong. I don't have probable cause to arrest you.
No, I have reasonable articulable facts to temporarily detain you. Right?
If you say so, I didn't do anything wrong just because I parked somewhere.
I'm not searching without your permission. I'm not seizing you any longer than I have to. This is temporary detainment based on reasonable articulable facts. I explained to you why it is that we did what we did, why it is we're doing what we're doing, right? I feel like I've been pretty decently reasonable with you. If you could just return the favor, I would just like to identify everybody in the car now, and everybody could be on their way.
If you're dumb, you're going to believe what this agent is saying. He's asking you to return the favor. He's asking you to give up your rights. Just make my job easier. This is a minor inconvenience. Do me a favor. Think about it, folks. Do you really want to do government a favor when they're doing their best to take away your rights? They're doing it by coercion, by threat of arrest, by the illusion of safety.
This is crazy. I
apologize that this happens to you quite often. It's a very heavily trafficked area, especially as of late, especially on top of the pass there. A lot of people have gotten away up on the pass recently, and so that's why the extra due diligence for quick turnarounds up there. Can you understand that?
Well, I understand what you guys are doing, but you also got to do it within the law.
Yes, sir. And I've explained to you how what's within the law.
I lived in this town for 40 years.
Yes, sir. And where'd you live?
Sierra Vista.
Sierra Vista? Okay.
40 years.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm a superintendent. I run dozens and dozens.
I'm not attacking your character. I'm not accusing you of anything specific at the moment. You understand? I'm trying to be as reasonable
but my
with you as
ID
possible.
doesn't do anything.
Say again?
My ID doesn't tell you anything.
It'll tell me if you're the lawful registered owner of the vehicle. It'll tell me if you have warrants. It'll tell me if you have past criminal history, right? It'll tell me all of those things.
This is crazy. Like, I offer to let you guys look to dispel anything. Because that's...
Yes, and I appreciate it.
This is such a good video, folks, because I get to point these things out. If you give government 1 inch, they will take a mile. And that's what some of you folks out there are doing right now. You guys have your pom-poms out cheering on government. It doesn't matter if you cheer on the cops or the ICE agents. You're still a fucking bootlicker.
If being up there doesn't constitute my ID, I mean, it's... I understand, okay.
Going up to the pass and turning around fast, there's nothing illegal about it, right? I'm not saying that you did anything illegal as of this moment. It is the behavior, right? Nobody, criminals, right? All of their behavior is perfectly legal up until the point where they commit the crime, right? So all we have to go on is reasonable articulable facts and suspicion that there may have been a crime committed, right? I would like you to alleviate my suspicion that a crime may have been committed just by simply identifying everybody in the vehicle, and we could be out of here in no time.
Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. We're supposed to be okay with Minority Report type policing? Come on, everybody together at the same time. Fuck that.
You understand?
Well, I understand.
And I appreciate you allowing us to look in the truck as well.
I'm allowing that, absolutely.
Say again?
Absolutely. If you guys want to drop it, it's unlocked. You can drop the tailgate and look in it. I mean, I don't care. I didn't have to get out for that. But you are more than welcome to do that. I just giving up my ID is my Fourth Amendment, and I stand on my Fourth Amendment.
Yes, I understand, and you want to take a stand on that. I do understand.
I stand on my Fourth Amendment.
But can you reason with me and understand where we're coming from as well?
Yeah, and you guys could look, dispel anything like that. But my ID doesn't, you know, I'm still an American citizen. I still have the Fourth Amendment.
Absolutely.
You know, and if, like I said, if under the threat of arrest, I will do it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to threaten to arrest you without probable cause of a crime.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
So I just wanted you to reason with me.
Yep.
That is, he stated that that's his son, 16 years old, and I believe he. Hold on one second.
You gotta stand on your rights, bro. Oh, you gave your ID?
I don't have my ID.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
What'd you give him?
He just asked for my name.
Oh, you gave me your name?
Yeah. But I didn't give him the address or anything. Literally, you're the driver. There's nothing in here, so I don't know unless you're actually searching.
So it's an immigration inspection.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Because of the proximity, we have a right.
Yeah. And we've been stopped already.
to
Did
identify
20 minutes, and there's nothing in the vehicle.
It hasn't been 20 minutes.
Yeah, it has. My timer's right here.
So
It's been video recording. It's been 20 minutes, man. If you look at my camera, 20 minutes and 58 seconds.
okay, so you know what's delaying this? The failure to identify.
I already did. So I don't know. I don't see what's the problem
Do you
with
have
me.
an identification?
I already.
See, as an immigration inspection,
I'm already done. Talk before you start jumping on me. Before you start jumping on me, ask your partner if you got my name. He got my name already, so I don't see how
Okay,
no,
your name and your date of birth is not an identification
I'll
card,
take his
right?
name and date of birth.
But if we can get,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll take it. If you're willing to give me your name and date of birth, full name.
Under the threat of arrest, I will.
Okay.
But there's no probable cause. I can't even believe.
No, I said
Just
there
'cause
was
I
no
parked on
problem.
top of the...
let me explain something.
So my rights are gone here.
That's not true.
Well,
So-
you're just saying
so
that
We're
immigration
not going
thing...
to arrest you unless we have probable cause to arrest you.
Correct.
All we have to have is reasonable suspicion, and as of an immigration violation.
Like
so
a terrorist
we need to
stop.
confirm that this is not a terrorist stop.
A Terry stop
Terry
is for
stop.
weapons, sir. A
That's
Terry stop would be me pulling
No,
you out
it's
of the
a
car
con-
because I believe that you have weapons and that you are a threat to me. And then I'd be disarming you. That's a Terry stop. Terry v. Ohio, sir. I do it.
this is an immigration inspection.
Yeah.
And the United States Supreme Court has that we need reasonable suspicion to the proximity and other reliable information this agent had a reasonable suspicion to pull you over, and now we need to confirm that everybody in this vehicle is a U.S. citizen. The only thing that's delaying that is your refusal for us to confirm that you're a U.S. citizen. The only way we have to do that at this point is by date of birth or an ID to run the ID and confirm that everybody in this vehicle is a U.S. citizen.
I've never in my life, in 40 years of living in Sierra Vista, demand to give up my ID for I did nothing wrong. Reasonable suspicion is not me parking.
So I can take a look in
the bed? Yeah. You could drop the tailgate.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
But I mean, my ID is not going to say if there was a crime committed. If there was a crime committed
No,
anywhere.
what your ID is going to confirm for us is that you're a U.S. citizen. And before you say, do you look like you're not a U.S. citizen? There are plenty of people in the United States that look just like you that are not U.S. citizens. And the agent very politely has asked you numerous times, all we have to do is confirm the citizenship of the individuals in this vehicle. So,
Let's go, sir.
and the United States
What's your name?
Supreme
He already
Court
got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back in and got it.
Okay. And your date of birth as well?
Yeah, 12/20/73.
Okay. And you don't have any warrants that you know of?
No.
Okay. And you said this is your son in the back seat? And you don't want to give me his name or nothing?
No,
Okay.
it's just, young, but I mean, I figure as an adult, so, I mean,
That's crazy.
I've
never in my life.
JOHNNIE, Parker, PARKR, 12/20/73.
Okay.
We're not saying you're
36,
committing a
36,
crime,
97
sir.
South
We're saying
Finch
that we
Circle
need
in
to
Sierra
verify
Vista
that
and
you're a
Golden
U.S.
Acres.
So you
Service
guys
as well.
can pull over anyone
Okay.
you want and ask for ID.
All right. Yeah, I don't like making traffic stops this long, right? And I'm absolutely empathetic to people asserting their
Reasonable
rights,
suspicion was
right?
me parking
I
at
try
that
to.
lookout,
I'm trying to make
where the public parking area
the case
is.
as well. I'm trying to level with everybody. Just wanted names. You guys, at this moment, right? You seem good to go,
That was
right?
the reason. I guess that's the reason.
There's something else going on, so
No, that's what he told me.
we might be
He said
cutting you
'cause I
here
parked up there.
pretty soon.
He said very
But
specific. That was his reason.
if I would have got everybody's names, date of birth, ran you real quick. It doesn't appear at this moment that anything else is going on. It would have been on your way. They said you're camping over here in Sunnyside.
Yeah, not
For the
for the
weekend?
camping, just going to go visit.
Yes.
Told my son about the ghost town and never been
I
up there.
always-
So.
Oh, okay. The
I
ghost.
thought I had
Yeah.
before.
Oh yeah.
really
Now that
good.
the sunset.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
There's nothing wrong.
All right. Very cool.
So let me ask you, if you did nothing wrong
Yes.
and you've never committed a crime,
I don't
Why
care.
are you
Yeah.
apprehensive?
If you have a criminal history or he has a criminal history, that's fine. If there's warrants, as long as they're not extraditable, you can't do
No.
anything.
because the only one infringing the Fourth Amendment right now is you.
But yeah.
Is it like? I mean, it's like different rights, I guess, for different people. It's wow. Thank you.
I apologize for my friend.
Wow. Okay.
Sir. And I apologize for having this take so long, right? If I was trying to meet you in the middle.
I know.
If you could see where I'm coming from, right? I would have loved to have had you on your way 3 minutes after I stopped you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I understand what you guys are doing.
I've
And
never stopped you personally
That's
before.
why I want you guys to look.
Absolutely.
Just to dispel that.
Yes.
But I just wanted my Fourth Amendment right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very empathetic to that. Yes, as of this moment, you're going to be free to go. We have something else.
Okay. All
that
right.
we have
Thank
to
you, sir.
attend to.
All right.
Absolutely.
You have a great night, sir.
You as well.
What was your name? I'm sorry?
Glennon.
Glennon.
Yes, sir. And I'm
Okay.
out of the Sonoita station.
Spice station. Okay.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else you need?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I already looked. Yeah, I already.
All right, folks, here are my final thoughts. It may piss some of you off, but it's necessary that I say it. This is my understanding of what's happening in the country right now. And you may not believe me yet, but you'll at least know what to look out for when it happens. These guys sadly gave up way too much information, which breaks my heart. Whether under threat of arrest or just to hurry up and get out of there, it sucks seeing government do this to the people. Sure, I could be happy and jumping for joy that this is happening to the white guys now, but I'm not. You see, I was taught to love and respect people, not hate them. Not every white person is racist, just like not every Mexican is a criminal. But there are some deep-rooted racists in government right now, and I'm not afraid to call it out. But the political pendulum swings back and forth, and they fucked around and played with the people's emotions and got them to show their true colors, their hatred towards the people that don't look like them. Mexicans are indigenous to this land. Europeans are the true immigrants. I was also taught to respect the land and treat it kindly. I will be put in the dirt when I die. I will not be filling my pockets with dirt to take with me. Take the show Yellowstone and think of the part where the woman tells John Dutton that he's the Indian now. At the end of the show, John's children sold the land back to the Native Americans in order to keep the land from turning into a tourist attraction and destination. None of us will take this land with us when we die. Right now, there are some psychopaths claiming immigrants are stealing from them. I'm sorry, but I don't really see Mexicans standing on the side of the road asking for money or food. On the contrary, they're selling roses, fruit cups, and tacos in order to make ends meet. Immigrants pay billions upon billions of taxes while never getting anything back. They never even complain. If the government is handing out free money to immigrants, that's got to be something new. Because I grew up in California, the state that you were taught to hate, the same state many of you say you'll never visit, the state where the best beaches, herbs, breweries, and bikinis are. The Mexicans that crossed the border never received any government handouts back then. They went straight to work. What I don't understand is, if you hate California so much, why not advocate for the U.S. to give it back to Mexico? Oh, I see. It's a pride thing. It's a possession of ownership, a claim to a land you clearly hate. I'm not saying that's what America should do. I'm merely pointing out the hypocrisy and idiocracy falling out of some of your mouths. Some of you will even spill it onto your keyboards and double down on your stupidity. If you commit a crime and you're undocumented, that's what the justice system is for. You do your time and then you get deported. I don't think anyone really had a problem with that. But what we're seeing today is something foreign to this country. When the federal government completely ignores the Constitution and the foundation of freedom the founding fathers put in writing, where does that leave us as a people? Let's not pretend this isn't a government operation and a manufactured problem they created. The Hegelian dialectic is operating the way the oligarchs want it to. Government is either creating the problem or allowing it to happen so they can give you the illusion of safety and implement more tyranny. When you truly understand this, you'll be able to spot it immediately. I saw this happening several years ago. We're now here. What I see happening in the near future is quite scary. First, they came for the Mexicans in my hometown of Bakersfield during Operation Return to Sender. Then later they came for you. Many activist channels, auditors, cop watchers, and truthers are staying quiet at the moment. And for that, I call them cowards. And I'm not afraid to say it. You're a bootlicker in my opinion. The boot is a boot, and it doesn't matter if it's brown or black. You're still a grade A bootlicker. You just found one that tastes better. And that's it for today's video, folks. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to especially thank you if you stuck around to the end and you understand exactly what it is that I'm saying. I'm not against anyone out there. On the contrary, I'm for your rights as well, even if you hate me and don't believe that I deserve mine. All right, folks, have a good one. Peace.